The Golden State Warriors are heading into Game 1 of this best-of-7 playoff series against one of the most battle-tested teams in the league. From the jump, the intensity was real. Jimmy Butler got things rolling with a smooth mid-range jumper, just below the free throw line, but Draymond Green quickly pushed it the other way, only to be denied by Moses Moody with a huge defensive stop, moving his feet and sliding into position like a vet. Steph Curry threaded a risky pass that somehow made it through, and the Warriors dodged a bullet. Moody rewarded the hustle with a wide-open three, and then came back with another monster block on Green. Buddy Hield capitalized on the transition, laying it up with ease. Moody was everywhere, defense, hustle, and reads, and Jamski followed, up with a crafty finish before Cam Whitmore could elevate. Quick-footed like Tony Parker, he faked, elevated, and finished off the wrong foot. Then came a highlight moment. Klay Thompson soaring in for a flying slam. Poinski attacked from the foul line, smoothly blowing by Reed Shepherd and finishing at the rim. The Warriors showed poise as Moody tipped in a missed shot with perfect timing. Santos found Looney for an easy lay-in as the ball movement kept clicking. Amen Thompson came sprinting back in transition, but Pachetsky was ready, knocking the ball away on a step-through attempt. Credit to Pat Spencer, who hustled back to shut it down. Butler kept dissecting the defense, slicing right around Shepherd. He passed up an easy look, and although Pachetsky missed the three, Curry grabbed the board and nailed a sidestep three to extend the lead to 21, his 20th point of the night. Draymond Green kept things moving, feeding Butler, who had just returned from out of bounds. Spencer then cut inside and finished, but the Warriors were desperate for offense. Pachetsky answered with a slick fake and a tough finish. He had 16 on the night. On the other end, Moody's effort never dropped, running shooters off the line and closing strong. Brandon came alive with 18 points, including a nice floater in traffic. Jeff Green tried to contain Curry, but with the shot clock ticking, Draymond relocated, and Steph buried a sidestep triple. Classic Curry. The Heat tried to respond with give-and-go plays between Butler and Amen Thompson, but the Warriors stayed sharp. Şengün went to work inside but got stripped on a spin move thanks to smart help defense from Draymond. Jimmy Butler ran the floor, set up Curry again, and then finished in transition after keeping his man sealed off. Curry sidestepped and drilled another three. He finished with 34 points, including 18 in the second half. Every time the Rockets threatened, he answered. In the fourth quarter, the Warriors led by 4. The Rockets fired a three but missed, and Payton secured the rebound, his 6th of the night. Curry took over again, nailing a deep three off a pass from Podziemski. Whitmore hit a jumper off the bounce, trying to keep Houston close, but both teams kept trading blows. With the Rockets trailing by 5, they couldn't convert, thanks to solid defense by Payton. The Warriors went right back at it, Curry pulling, up for 2 more. He found his rhythm, getting to his spots with ease. Van Vliet tried to counter from deep, but came up short, and Payton continued to clean the glass. Then came a highlight play. Payton lobbed it up, and Kuminga threw down a monster slam to stretch the lead. It was pure chaos on offense, and the energy was through the roof. Whitmore tried to create, but Podziemski grabbed the board. On the next possession, Curry swung it to Payton, then to Podziemski, but his shot missed. Still, the Warriors were up 9, controlling the tempo. Van Vliet gave the Rockets some hope with a tough low-block finish, shaking off a rough first half. But the Warriors stayed steady, focused, and hungry, grinding out stops, moving the ball, and letting Curry lead the way. In the end, the Warriors took Game 1 with strong team defense, elite shot-making, and veteran poise. Everything you expect from a playoff-tested squad. The Warriors were locked in during crunch time, and their experience showed. Cam Whitmore pressured Jeepski early, but it was Jonathan Kuminga pushing the pace off a steal, finding Curry, who dished it back to him. Then Gary Payton II knocked in a tough shot that rolled around the rim and dropped, giving the Warriors a 9-point cushion. The Rockets kept fighting, Whitmore attacked but was denied, and outside, a deep shot from E came up empty. Then, Cam Whitmore was called for a foul, his first of the game. Houston's struggles from the field were one of the reasons they found themselves trailing. Coach Steve Kerr called a timeout to regroup, and both teams made lineup changes. Moody checked in for the Warriors and Brooks came in for the Rockets. Back on the floor, the Warriors moved the ball well. Curry to Moody, then Butler to Podziemski, before Draymond Green rolled strong off a screen and hammered it home. Green's pick-and-roll game continues to be a huge part of the Warriors' offense. Jalen Green tried to answer with a triple splash. He had 25 points and was making big-time plays. But on the next possession, Podziemski drew a foul and headed to the line. He split the pair, giving the Warriors an 11-point lead. Shingun found Brooks for a fadeaway jumper, smooth as always. Brooks doesn't hesitate from mid-range, and it paid off. Curry then pulled up from three. No good. Shingun grabbed his sixth rebound of the night. The Rockets came back with a fast break, and Brooks delivered again with a powerful slam off a clean pass from Van Vliet, cutting the lead to 5. Butler and Moody tried to answer, but Houston locked in defensively. Jalen Green nailed a mid-range jumper to cut the deficit to just 3. The Rockets were surging. Then it was Jimmy Butler time. After a miss by Podziemski, Butler stepped into a 15-footer and drained it. Calm, collected, and clutch. He had 9 points in the second half alone, giving the Warriors a 5-point lead. Van Vliet tried to create against Curry but couldn't finish, and the Warriors regained control. With just over a minute left, Butler drove again, drew contact, and headed to the line. He knocked down both free throws, pushing the lead to 7. Classic Jimmy, grinding it out, getting to the line, and delivering. Jalen Green came back with a quick jumper, making it a 2-possession game. But with under 30 seconds remaining, the Warriors slowed it down and ran a set. Curry found Podziemski inside for the dagger, an easy lay-in off a great feed. That bucket sealed the game. Houston called timeout, trailing by 9. They tried to respond with another quick shot, and Green knocked down a 14-footer, but it was too little, too late. The Warriors used the final seconds wisely, controlling possession and running down the clock. Podziemski missed a late attempt, but it didn't matter. The Warriors secured the win, taking Game 1 of the series, arguably the most critical game in any playoff matchup. They showed poise, made plays when it counted, and leaned on their leaders like Curry, Butler, and Draymond to close it out. Experience, execution, and elite defense. It was Golden State basketball at its best.